Dear students, advocates and court officers, the faculty members, good morning everyone. This is my new effort to bring to you an episode of legal procedures and practice of an advocacy. How should an advocate practice in the court? That is the main theme of this episode. But today the topic is we are going to deal with the law colleges and its students. So what are the students? What they want actually? Why they preferred law course to study? That's a very important question. Sometimes we had people to say there is no nexus between law theories and practicality. Practicality in the court is something different than the theories. But I don't agree with this. Because why? They are very brilliant. The faculties are very brilliant, well versed in law, having expertise. So they deal with the syllabus. How could be it possible that there won't be any nexus between theories and practical? It is wrong actually. So therefore I would like to make it clear whether the syllabus we study in the college are irrelevant or no nexus. It has not nexus with the practical issues. Okay, let us start. The syllabus, the law course syllabus is mainly focused on civil and criminal and constitution. Sometimes it may differ as a company law, industrial dispute like that. Okay. Anyhow, industrial dispute and company law, they are civil nature only. Then what about the constitution filings, constitution cases? It is coming under the Article 226 and 32 before the Supreme Court. 226 coming before the Honorable High Courts. So the constitutional courts are always dealing the cases, writ petitions against the government. One could go and file a writ petition against the government. A writ petition cannot be maintained against an individual because civil courts and other courts deal with the matters. Okay, now coming to the syllabus, civil, torts and tortious liabilities covered by torts, it is a civil. Then family laws, matrimonial causes, divorces, reunions, conjugal rights and everything. They are all covered, maintenance, they are all governed by the family laws, civil in nature. The other laws connected with some procedures law called. What are all the procedures law? Civil Procedure Code. So what is the very purpose of the Civil Procedure Code? It is not possible for an individual after becoming an advocate to go to the court and he can act, he can talk as he wished. Not like that. So therefore it is a framed issues, framed laws are there, some procedures are contemplated by the lawmakers, and according to the procedures laid down, you have to deal with the cases in the open court. Not only in the open court but also in the sections and other before the court officers, you have to deal with the procedure laid down by the Civil Procedure Code. Likewise, Criminal Procedure Code is there. What are all the criminal laws you are going to study? Criminal laws are Indian Penal Code, mostly used by the investigating officers like police, SCBA, NIA and like that. So, Indian Penal Codes contemplates the offences by any individual. You cannot indulge in any offence against a person, against a property like that. So, if you indulge in an offence, it is punishable by Indian Penal Code. 1 month imprisonment can be awarded to you. You can be sentenced for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, life term, life imprisonment, and death sentence, and more. So these punishments are contemplated in Indian Penal Code. So, like a civil procedure code, there is a code for criminal procedure called Criminal Procedure Code. This criminal procedure, like civil procedure, deal with cases before the court and other officers of the court while filing and dealing with the cases, arguments and everything. It says how should be a police officer, how should a police officer should act, and a court officers how should deal with the cases, and judges how should they deal with a matter. Another procedure code is there, Evidence Law, Evidence Act. So mostly all the cases, they are based on evidences. If it is a criminal or civil, they are based on evidences, oral evidences and documentary evidences and court evidences like that. Oral evidences, a person would come to the court on his own or otherwise as he was summoned by the court, and before the court he would be a evidence witness. He would produce some evidence or evidences before the court in the box. So there are some procedures how a witness can be examined, what is the chief examination, what is the cross examination, how documents can be marked, how emboss material objects in criminal cases are to be marked. These are all the procedures laid down in the Evidence Act. So accordingly, you have to conduct the case not beyond the Evidence Act but under the purview of Evidence Act. That is very important. And apart from civil and criminal laws, the major and very important and significant law is constitutional law. Because constitutional law is the prime law of the land. It only governs the people of India, all authorities of India, and it tells about its wish as to how people are to be governed, how the government should be, how the Prime Minister, President, MLAs, MPs, elections, etc. The constitutional law talks about all aspects which is being used for governance of the country. So, there is a preamble in our constitution. Preamble, if you just go through the preamble, you can understand what is the constitution, what it tells to the common public and other authoritative. Because the preamble is the wish of the constitution, because the law is not legislated by legislators, literally even though it is legislated by lawmakers, but we, the people of India, confer this law for us to be governed. Okay. So, the constitutional law is a prime law, as I said earlier. Why constitutional law is a primary law? This is governing all the laws. When laws against constitutional law is to be struck down, it is to be removed from the book. It cannot be practiced in the court. That is the usual procedure. Likewise, lot of procedures, lot of laws have been removed from the text and its practice was given up. Why? Only because of the reason that they are all against Indian Constitution. So one, being a law student, should keep in mind that in what way we have to approach the constitutional law. Civil laws like torts, damages, contract acts, industrial dispute act, and company laws, all is in civil nature. And as far as the criminal nature, IPC, Indian Penal Code, the procedures laid down by criminal procedure like that. Okay. Some, not only laws, these 10 laws are governing the state, but also there are thousands of laws. You cannot count how many laws are there. Maybe 4,000, maybe 5,000, 10,000 laws are there. For example, Tobacco Act is there. Tobacco. It regulates the usage of selling of tobaccos. And Mines Acts are there. It regulates the mines, granites, sand quarries, like. So there are a lot of minor laws. Laws are divided into two, major laws and minor laws. Major laws are like Indian Penal Code, family laws, Hindu laws, like these are all major laws. Civil Procedure Code, torts, specific relief act, these are all major acts. But minor acts are like Tobacco Act, Mines Act, Encroachment Act, these are all minor acts. Lot of minor acts are there, legislated by the government. Because what is behind legislating a law? Legislating a law is based on a necessity in the society. If a society requires some laws to govern in order to solve their problems, there is a new kind of problem in the society, but existing law cannot help them. Then the government decides that they have to enact, they have to legislate a new law, either by state government or central government. In this way, lot of acts are being legislated, enacted, ordinanced by the governor, like that. New laws are coming to force. So keeping in all these laws in your mind, you have to study. First of all, being law students, you have to focus on major laws like Indian Penal Code, Evidence Act, Procedure Act, like that. Procedural law, Evidence Act and all. Okay. And also minor act, you have to come across whenever it is required by you while practicing as an advocate. That's very important. Thank you. Subscribe the channel so that you will be getting all the channels coming from me, and like it, share it. Thank you.